Good day. Today's presentation is for the question, acid for your hair? And the answer is yes, glycolic acid to be exact. Glycolic is a carboxylic acid that is indigenous within the human body. It can be found within peroxisomes and mitochondria, and it is constantly being expelled through feces and urine. On its own, glycolic acid has a strong foul-smelling odor, and although it is a colorless solid, it will give a yellow hue when it's dissolved in water. And because glycolic acid is highly soluble in water, it will turn into a sticky syrup if left exposed to air within a short amount of time. This is because it will quickly absorb any moisture in the air. It is also incredibly corrosive to most metals. So this brings us to our next question. How is a corrosive, highly reactive acid good for our hair? Well, let's take a look at one of the most popular hair care treatments since 2003, the Brazilian Keratin treatment, also known as hair Botox or the Brazilian blowout. On the right, you'll see actual pictures of my friend's own BKT treatment. She has naturally dark hair with bleached highlights. And the photos show her hair before and after her keratin treatment, right after a shower, without any sort of ironing or straightening or hair care products. And yes, that after photo is weeks after the original treatment. So what does a BKT do to our hair? Our hair contains hydrogen, salt, and disulfide bonds. And although the disulfide bonds are permanent, the hydrogen and salt bonds are actually very malleable to heat and moisture. BKT takes advantage of these malleable bonds by dampening your hair with water and then using a heating element, such as ironing or blow drying, to put the hair in its desired style. During the heating process, BKT will use a cream containing high amounts of methanediol. When methanediol is heated enough, it will release formaldehyde vapors into the hair. This contact between the hair and the formaldehyde is necessary to keep the hair in its desired shape. The problem is, formaldehyde is extremely toxic to humans, and even short exposure to enough formaldehyde can cause anything from persistent irritation to permanent damage to internal organs. What's even more concerning is formaldehyde is only considered safe if exposure is under 0.2%. But BKT products have been known to have up to 1.4% formaldehyde concentrations. So it's not surprising that for over a decade, clients receiving BKT treatments were complaining of massive irritation to their face and scalp during and after their treatment. So how does glycolic acid play into all this? Keep in mind that formaldehyde is the key ingredient to a successful BKT treatment, and it was originally applied to the hair as methanediol, which is basically just formaldehyde mixed with water. Researchers realized that instead of directly applying and heating formaldehyde onto the hair, they could significantly decrease the amount of time and the amount of volume of the compound by using glycolic acid instead of methanediol. This is because glycolic acid is a formaldehyde releasing compound when it's heated. It doesn't actually contain any formaldehyde on its own. Despite the risks, BKT is still one of the most popular hair treatments offered. And because glycolic acid doesn't actually contain any formaldehyde, BKT products will be advertised as the treatment being formaldehyde free. Obviously, this is not the case because glycolic acid will release formaldehyde during the heating process. So, if you're still interested in going through with a BKT procedure, just keep in mind, beauty is pain. For more information, please refer to my Works Cited page. Thank you for listening. Bye.